Oh, had the mighty fallen? Nigeria, how did you arrive here? One of the beauties of our nation is the church. And we need to ask ourselves, oh, bless the Lord, many saints in Nigeria, but we also have our fair share of a bank of charlatans. Men who don't know God but are in ministry. Men who are more friends with your occult than in ministry. Now we have a borderline group that is neither here nor there, and many young people are running into that thing, looking for oils that are not genuine. The beauty of Israel is slain upon the high places. How had the mighty fallen? Next verse of scripture. So a call came, and you see, when I read this portion, I took dress. That you see, when we speak about the fall of our nation, we should be careful where we say it. I won't go to Togo and talk about how bad Nigeria is. Yorubas will ask that you should kill me inside the house, don't kill me outside. The only news media in Nigeria that has managed that thing is NTA, because in NTA there's no bomb blast in Nigeria. Yes, NTA, they didn't see answers. No, their cameras didn't go that far. It's only good things, so that instead of news to be long, they can be killing people somewhere. NTA will be showing fish, how they are selling fish in Baga, or how they are packing beans somewhere, how they are doing laughing in Ogun State. That's what they will be showing, because their job is to market the nation as a working nation. Tell it not in Gath. I've also learned the wisdom of only unburdening my pains as received of the Lord about the church in the church. I don't go to the market. I can't enter a bus and you are saying the church is somehow and I join your discussion. No. I rather grieve. And once in a while I'll ventilate my grief by going, That's all. But when we come to the church, we should tell ourselves that we were more beautiful. And when I speak of beauty, I speak of potency. I know some people don't believe, because our measuring systems are not accurate. You know that the church, the design for the beauty of the church is as revealed by God. If you start church today and after 2 weeks you become 50,000 people, you know they will say that you have prospered. You may not be known in heaven. There's a metric system that only God gives that helps to teach if we are truly beautiful. We need to truly ask ourselves, how many new people have come into the church in the last 1 year? I mean new. When I mean new, I mean just got saved. We have gained mastery of a recycling ministry. They go to that place small and they say, that place is not working, and then they come to another place and we celebrate their coming, forgetting that that place where they left that is not working is also part of the body. In my early years in ministry, I used to be hard on all those strange churches. God pack their members, distribute them, but I found out that it's like a toe that is ailing. If that toe dies, the whole body will suffer, because there are genuine places that are just misaligned, and in the days of their misalignment, somebody must pray that God brings them in. Dr. Paul was sharing, Paul and Lecture was sharing some years ago that there was this church around their area. I think it was an Anglican or a CSC church. That church in the particular time was talking about Dunamis built their own church in less than 6 months. That church has been struggling to build for like 40 years. So he had to call a meeting with the leaders of the church. What's happening? They said no resources. How much do you need to finish your church? Even the people were afraid. I said, how much? This is our estimate. Take the money, go and finish that church. There's no glory that we finished our own if your own is still uncompleted. That's body consciousness. But that beauty that beauty. I'm trusting God that more of our brothers will come, because to go on short 200 hours was beauty. Kai! It was beauty. It was beauty. Anyway, that time all of us were nameless. I hope they are hearing me, because it's like now that everybody's having names small, we all don't see eye to eye again. God will help us. I think it's a good place to say it. Jerry, am I saying it well? Are you bothered too? Because Jerry will always ask me. Now we don't see eye to eye again. Everybody has become a big man. God will show us mercy. But it was beautiful. It was everybody in their giftings at their best. That was the beauty that we had. Bring back those days. I remember when Obasanjo was president. Sorry, I'm saying these things. I'm just bringing back this reality so that we journey with them. And they assembled a winning team. Well, I didn't know that we had people like Okoto Iweala in Nigeria. I didn't know that we had people like Obi Ezekwesili. It was largely a male country until these women came and ran our debts into zero. Unfortunately, our debt profile has increased because the only economic part that we currently know is to borrow and borrow and borrow. So that, Victor, I know government has not done anything for you in the last few months, but you are a debtor. You are likely owing around like 400k now. Yes. If they share the money amongst all of us, that's how much you are. Yes, that's how much you are owing now. Unfortunately, they still want to borrow money. I saw an IMF report, because I read those things, that the next government, if they don't know how to make more money, currently where we are now, everything they make will go down in debt. Everything. So it will be, you make money and then you run into zero. It's like you borrowed credit with your MTN line. So every time somebody gives you 1,000 and say they gave me 1,000, you see that your balance instantly is zero. Some people even broke their lines. The debt on the line is too much. I don't know if it's true, but somebody told me that MTN used to advise some people that they should stop borrowing. I'm not sure if it's true, but somebody told me. And they sent the person a text. You have borrowed so much, you are not paying back. You see what those online apps do? The average Nigerian who is borrowing does not have a payback plan. He just wants to borrow. He believes that it's invisible. We are like that because the land has been calibrated like that. That every time there's a need, borrow. Let your children have debts as inheritance. The lands that produce cocoa in this nation still produce cocoa. The lands that produce granite still have potential for granite. Now we saw bags of rice in Abuja and we don't know where they harvested the rice from. Whether it was rice bought and rebagged and arranged to say we are doing well. A few years ago they exported yams, about 2 containers, and they said Nigeria started yam exportation. Do you know how much yam costs now? And you can't cajole them. You see, if you don't want, go away. So yam is becoming something you eat once in a while when you have cravings. I feel like eating yam. You now eat it. You must not eat too much. And if you are taking off the skin, you must be wise. Don't reduce the yam too much, or you can start a fight. How are the mighty fallen? How are the mighty fallen?